Hi, welcome to Polyphonic Press. I'm Jeremy Boyd, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new album by Young the Giant, entitled Mind Over Matter. Here we go. So Young the Giant are an American rock band hailing from Irvine, California, forming in 2004. They were signed to Roadrunner Records and released their self-titled debut album in 2010. They spent the next 2 years touring extensively all around the world, and in mid-2013 they announced they would be going back into the studio. They released this album, their long-awaited follow-up, Mind Over Matter, in January 2014. And this album starts off with a little intro that is called Slowdive, which is kind of these little string sections slowly fading in. It's always a little risky starting off an album that isn't a proper song, but rather a little sort of piece that works as an intro. Sometimes it works, but sometimes it can turn the listener off completely and just kind of deters them from the rest of the album. I think here it's a pretty effective way to open up the album because the string section is a very central part of most of the songs on this record. It's kind of foreshadowing things and kind of a nod as to what you're going to hear with the rest of the album. It sort of drops off and sort of gives way to the first proper song on the album, Anagram. It's kind of a mid-tempo song with the organ and the guitar playing muted strums kind of playing the same thing. It's kind of an interesting combination. It's very effective in sort of setting up the overall hook of the song. This is an interesting song because there's a lot of tempo changes, a lot of key changes, but it's not so jarring that it completely detracts you from the listening experience. I think these two pieces working together really opened up the album with something different but comfortable. The first single from the album is the song It's About Time, which is a sort of straightforward rock and roll song. It's got very heavy guitars and just a really driving beat with the drums. This song really reminds me of a garage rock tune, just with the fuzz guitars and the chord changes and just the overall looseness of the whole thing. Although it's not a consistent song, the tempo does change throughout various parts, so it's not a flat sound that goes right across. There's a lot of dynamics in it. I think this is a pretty good choice for a single because it's catchy enough that it'll get played on the radio, but it's different enough that it's not like anything else on the radio exactly. It's something that's pretty hard to do, but I think they really pulled it off well here. The title track, Mind Over Matter, takes on a somewhat more pop sound. It's sort of a laid-back, mid-tempo song, and the thing that I really like about this one is in the verses you hear these string stabs that really work to emphasize the vocals and really bring out the sort of punchiness of these vocal performances. The main hook of the song is the synthesizer line that you hear in the intro, and between the chorus and the verse kind of acts as sort of a bridge between different sections of the song. In the chorus, the strings are kind of playing underneath the melody and kind of playing underneath everything else that really kind of create this wall of sound. It just kind of sounds like this big wave just kind of washing over you. You don't really know exactly what it is, but you know that it's pretty big and a pretty powerful sound. I really like this song. I think it's probably my favorite song on the album, and it's a song that I can really see myself kind of playing over and over and not really getting sick of. The song In My Home is another kind of rock song with a lot of fuzz guitars, and it's just kind of a really good garage rock tune. It really just sounds like the band is cutting loose in the studio, and it comes at a time in the album when you really need things to sort of pick up a little bit. Most of the songs leading up to this one are kind of a little slower, a little softer, and this really kind of works to give it a shot of adrenaline that it really needs. One thing I really liked about this song is the lead guitar is playing these little stabbing kind of notes underneath everything. It kind of creates this sound that's kind of unique but familiar at the same time. The album ends with the song Paralysis, which is sort of an uplifting pop song. It's got a very syncopated African style rhythm in the intro and in the chorus that really kind of works to sort of give it an uplifting, sort of happy kind of vibe. This song is kind of an interesting choice to end the album on because a lot of albums end on slower sort of ballad type of songs. But this song is anything but that. I think the purpose of ending the song on this album is sort of to make the listener feel, put them in a good mood, sort of put them at ease, and walk away from the album with a positive experience. It's very effective, and it just kind of goes to show that sometimes the conventional road isn't the road to take. The production on this album is really well done. There's a lot of sounds going on with different synthesizers and sort of rhythm instruments and percussion and strings, and there's There's a lot going on, but it seems to be well contained and well mixed and well recorded. I really like this album, and I like that each song is sort of different from each other, and sometimes that can be the fault of an album, but I think it just kind of goes to show that these guys really know their limitations and know their strengths and weaknesses and know how to work within that. There's really not much bad I can say about this album, so I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. So anyway, that's what I thought about the album. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you'd like to suggest an album for me to review, please leave that in the comments as well. Be sure to subscribe so you know when we post new videos, and you can check us out on Twitter and Facebook. That's about it. Take it easy.